Well. What's cracking there, buddy? Uh, Here we go again. First of all, welcome back to the channel. New video. So, you know what it is. It's Willy Wonka Wednesday, Wes Watson Wednesday. I put out the Royce video. Gunner and I did a live last night, and somebody asked again. They've been asking us to do the Royce reaction, so we did. Put that out this morning just to get you guys started. But everyone knows what everybody wants on Wednesday, and let's go. This one is called California Prison Riots. For some reason, it's not called California Prison Gangs. This one's called California Prison Riots. Wes has never been in a California prison, according to his housing. That's been put out. He's never been in a California prison other than reception. Then everything else was out of state, supposedly. So let's see what he has to say about what he heard about California prison riots. Just having fun.
Riots. What happens right before it's about to kick and what happens after it already did. Let's start with what happens right before it's about to kick off. Every
I'm interested.
race starts grouping up. You could feel the energy in the building just splitting.
There's a sure sign that he wasn't in a California prison. Why is the tension in the building and why are people grouping up in the building? Riots happen on the yard. I think in the prisons out of state, they don't really. I don't know, but so for example, on a 180 yard, level 4 180 yard, the highest security prisons in California. There's no day room during the daytime, so there would be nobody in the day room during yard time, right? Matter of fact, there's no day room. I don't think even on a 270 level 4, there's no day room during yard. So who's grouping up in the day room? The porters, like all 6 of them, that are all different races. Interesting.
It don't matter what's going down.
Mhm.
If the homies got a problem with the blacks, then we're on one side of the day room with the homies. It's the whites, the Pisces, and the homies over here, the Southsiders, and the blacks and their people, whoever's rolled them, they kind of do separate stuff on the other side of the day room. The others might be grouping with them. The others might be jumping with them.
What? So I'd like a show of hands, and I'm looking. How many times have you guys ever heard, those of you that have been in prison, how many times you heard of a riot where the others and the blacks moved in unison against anyone? Like together, like all the blacks and all the others grouped up together, even though they're usually on way different parts of the yard. But according to him, they're in the day room. I've never ever heard of, when a riot kicks off, anything like that happening. Just like, and I'll say it again, and people say, "Oh, he's full of shit." People that don't know, people that have never been to prison, people that have only watched prison movies and these documentaries or whatever, they don't understand that Southerners and whites do not move in unison together. In the 60s and 70s, there were factions, the legends from the big 4. They moved in unison together on hits, right? But when they all got slammed down, the Southerners and the whites, those are not they're not part of those factions. They're under factions, but they're not the same thing. So that whole thing, I don't know, it's just funny that and this dude obviously has never been around anything like that. So he's regurgitating things that he heard. Is he gonna put his thumb in his mouth? Is that why he has his mouth like that? I just barely noticed that. It's like when you the square peg and the square slot, That thumb's gonna fit perfect. Skinny ass thumb.
Northerners might be jumping with them.
The Northerners are gonna jump with them too. So it's gonna be the blacks, the others, and the Northerners are about to rush the Southerners and the whites, because in his stories, the Southerners and the whites get off together. This guy's a trip.
But in all reality, most of the riots I've ever seen were between the Southerners and the blacks.
He finally got it right. What do you mean most of the riots you've seen? Tell us about a riot when it wasn't like that. Can we get a thing going where we let him know? Please tell us a story when that was different, when it was Southerners and whites together in unison moved on somebody. I'm not talking about the county jail. I'm talking about in the CDC, California Department of Corrections. Please fill me in. Fill me in on that.
Time, these were the biggest ones. And Centinela, the biggest one cracked ever on Sea Yard. It just went up crazy as fuck. But you knew it was going down because it was hot outside and every black had their jacket on. Everybody that possibly could take a jacket out wore a jacket. And now you're just knowing. You're knowing it's.
Oh, excuse me. I have never, ever. I have never seen Southerners wear jackets during a riot. I have seen blacks. I've never seen Southerners go out in jackets. Usually, if it's a place where it's possible, they're going to go out in their boxers, boots and socks, boxers, tennis shoes and socks with a shirt or slingshot, whatever, or shorts, socks, boots, shorts, socks, tennis shoes, your slingshot, whatever. And when they go out there, they're probably going to remove that. Maybe if it's called a regular jacket, maybe, but usually they're going to have the least amount of clothes on as possible because they don't want somebody to grab and pull on them. Good chance they're going to have a beanie on, and the beanie's going to be wet before the riot. They'll wet them. Once they're on the yard, they'll wet their beanies discreetly. That way, when the gas starts, they pull it over their face, and they usually have the eyes cut out. Some people, most don't give a fuck. They're gonna be like, whatever. But he said it was hot outside, and they all had their jackets on. Strange.
It's super hot. These fools got their jackets on. They're trying to protect themselves from getting booked. They're trying to protect themselves from getting hit with the piece. Them jackets that they give you, they're thick denim. I mean, you could literally save your fucking life with one of those jackets. But the fact is
absolutely not. Let me tell you something right now. This dude's a fucking trip. When you make a piece, normally what people do, they'll make a piece, they'll get a jacket, they'll roll a mattress up, put it on the floor of their cell, lay a jacket over it, and stab the jacket. Make sure it's going to go through the jacket and into the mattress and have no problems. It's steel, and it always will, like butter. So I have no idea what this jackass is talking about, but I appreciate that he has a shirt on. Do I have a applause button? Damn. Where's my applause button? That's right, people. Oh, shit. He has a jacket on. Thank God. Let's get back to it.
Is that fools have the utmost highest demeanor before this shit cracks. Everybody is built off of respect in the penitentiary. So you can go around and you'll see normal people with this. They'll have the respect, though. They'll shake your hand. You'll just feel nothing but good energy from them until it's about to crack. And that's the facts. A good man isn't some bitch-ass man who isn't capable of extreme violence. A real man, a good man, is capable of extreme violence and willingly forgoes that. But in the penitentiary, there's different rules at play. You're not going to be able to just sit back when your people are getting down. I've seen an old-ass motherfucker with a cane not jump and get his ass handed to him because he thought he could just lay down because he has a cane, because he can't really fight, because he's elderly. Motherfucker came up after and said, oh, yeah, motherfucker, you don't care about my life? Pat, pat, pat. Just got him like a motherfucker. This is how it works. You know how fucking heated I am?
It does happen. Dudes get hit. but that's after the fact. No one stabs their own people during a riot. That goes down as a casualty and a victory for the rival faction that you're warring with. You don't do that. You do that after. At least I've never seen it happen. Who knows? I'm sure there's always an exception to the rule. But what California prison riot is he going to tell us about though? He told us about Centinela. He was never there. Let's see.
I am. If I see one of my people throw a few fucking weak ass blows and lay that shit down like a bitch because the cops started spraying, I'm gonna come up and tee off on that motherfucker the first chance I get. The second they let us back out, I'm gonna break that fool's face in because I don't fucking deal with that shit. I'm gonna throw everything I can into everything I do because I always tell you the way we do anything is the way we do everything. If you set yourself up to be a bitch in this life, you'll be a bitch across a motherfucking board. The fact is there's always riots in the pen between a bunch of shit. Bloods and Crips riot against each other all the fucking time.
No, they don't. Look at in the decades that I did, he didn't even do 1 decade. Okay. In the decades that I did in prison, there were several really big riots. There were melees. But you don't have riots all the time. First of all, when you have a riot, it's usually they slam the program. Those two groups, it's probably going to be a year lockdown, 6 months to a year. So all this, like, how are there so many riots when they slam everybody? They start moving people around. Like nothing makes sense that this dude talks about. I mean, he's passionate about his lies. He's very passionate about making shit up. And like he said, the way he does anything is the way he does everything. Stupid ass quote. But let's apply it to the one that's saying it. He's lying about this, so he'll lie about anything. Let's get back to this lie.
Most of the time, most of shit kicks off with the homies and the blacks. And what happens is we go on lockdown for a long ass motherfucking time.
Wow. And he said it. So how is it always riots? If it's between the Southerners and the blacks, the Crips and Bloods are slammed down. They can't be rioting. They're slammed down too. Do you think a fist fight, and like if two dudes fist fight in their cell, he considers that a riot? Let me know in the comments.
They can't let nobody out. They can't let you out. They know you guys have orders on site to fucking kill each other. I have orders to roll with the homies, the Southsiders. If I see a black and I'm going to medical, I have to take off on that motherfucker.
He's never been. I don't think he's ever been in prison. Now I really think they were all fucking green screen. All those shots, pictures of him in the dorm and shit. This dude's a fucking idiot. When the Southerners and blacks go to war, the whites and the others, the Northerners, if they're on the yard, they're all up. They're programming. They're going to be working in the kitchen. They're going to be like volunteer porters, volunteer kitchen workers, all that. The whites will move kites around, maybe some weapons, depending on who's trusting who. The Northerners will and others will be moving the same things around for blacks, and that's important. So this jackass that he has an obligation to get off on a black because the Southerners and the blacks are at war. Oh my God, where's it? The crazy thing is there's going to be a pretty big podcast any day that's going to call him on and let him tell more lies. They don't fact check. Has he been on Joe Rogan? Joe, don't do it. Don't let this guy. Was he on Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan, fuck this guy. I just had to throw it out there. I don't know why. Let's go back.
So when we're on lockdown after a riot, They'll hold you on lockdown for 6 months. They'll hold you on lockdown for a year. They'll hold you on lockdown for fucking 18 months. They'll hold you on lockdown until what's called the MAC members. There's these people called MAC members. So the head member of the
No, he's not. There's no way, right?
Southsiders, the head member of the whites, and the head member of the blacks, the head member of every race will get together and they'll come up with a compromise. Like, hey, is everything good? Are we going to kick it off or not? And the fact is sometimes people just say it's good.
Oh my God, this is fucking amazing. The MAC reps, the MAC members, what he's calling, they're referred to as the MAC reps. Okay. Let me explain to you guys what the MAC reps are. MAC representatives, right? MAC is short for Men's Advisory Council. Okay. And this is a thing that's basically a go-between between the convicts and the cops. And in each building, they'll vote. All the Southern Mexicans will vote for a Southern Mexican to be the MAC rep for the building. Then there's the MAC council. Those are the guys that, they're the big dogs, but none of them are shot callers. It has nothing to do with being a shot caller. And for a long time, in most of the prisons, especially the level 4 180s, Southerners did not participate in the MAC rep council. Northerners did not. There were some places where they would. It was case by case, but for the most part, it was frowned upon for anyone. And the reason why is because the cops anything would happen, the cops would roll up the MAC members. They're not shot callers. The shot caller will never put himself in position where he's going to be having meetings in the program office, which is basically the police department on the yard. No fucking way. To hear this guy say that the MAC reps come out and they are the head dudes, and oh my God, I don't have that on the stand. I don't have that button on here. Oh my goodness, this dude has no understanding of prison. I mean, he really did do 6 or 7 years. I think it was 7 years. And to be so ignorant of, he knows the rule book, though. He knows what you're allowed and what you're not allowed to do. But as far as the convict side, he has no clue. This is amazing that he even made a video like this.
Like, what if someone fucking stabbed and killed your boy in front of you? Fuck you gonna do? You already got a life sentence. Who gives a motherfucker? We're gonna wait till we get out and we're gonna fucking handle business. This is how it is. Motherfuckers will put their peg in their damn door when you're rolling out, when anything else is going down, and they'll pop their door and fucking start teeing off on you with the piece all fucking day.
How do you pop your door? What the fuck is he talking? How do you pop your door in a level 4 or level 3? He needs to do a video explaining how you can pop a fucking door in a level 4 or level 3. Level 2 is I think Old Folsom is level 2 cell living. I think that's the only place. Oh, Soledad, level 2, old ass joints. He needs to do a video on how you can pop doors. When Pelican Bay first opened, it was the Legends for the Whites figured out a way, because the whites, I'm telling you, they can make weaponry like a mug. They can figure, some sharp dudes, man. They figured out how to pop some doors, and those doors were fixed. That was in 1989. West was in 89, 90. West wasn't around then. West was just a baby. He was that 12-year-old that was moving pounds. Remember, he told that story. But yeah, this dude, he's going above and beyond the usual bullshit. This is amazing.
Hey, this happens all the fucking time. But the fact is, the biggest fucking thing is that they could also be your fucking friends. You could be homies with some Southsiders. You could kick it with them. Like I kicked it with the homie Chucky and the homie Capone from LM.
He said you're a rat if you say names in videos, so I don't know. I think he forgot that he said that.
La Mirada punks. I kicked it with these fools all the time. Capone was a big ass cat. Chucky was a ripped ass motherfucker. I used to chill with these fools all the time. One time when it was about to kick off, I saw that we're about to fucking have to get busy with each other. We just skipped each other, and everybody went teeing off on everybody else. That's what happens. You just end up going to the people you don't fucking like, because there's always people of some race that you don't fucking care for. And hey, guess what? I got to get down. I'm going to choose that motherfucker. So that's how it is. I mean, don't ever just take anyone as one way. I have massive anger problems. I have massive amounts of positivity. In all reality, someone who's capable of one is capable of the other. And that's the power behind it.
Wow.
It don't mean shit for me to overtake my anger problems if I don't fucking have any. So that's why it means more. Everything is about how much it means to you and what it fucking truly is. So what happens when you're on a year-long lockdown? When you're in a penitentiary and you're in Cali, you're on a year-long lockdown, what happens? They start.
I'm sure you would like to know. You've never been on a year-long fucking lockdown in a California prison, you jackass. Let's see what you heard.
Letting the OGs out first. This is what's called a lift plan. So they do a lift plan. So they start letting out the 50 year and up of each race. So they let out the OG blacks, the OG whites, and the OG homies. Sometimes it'll kick right then. These fools will just get them up right then. Just boom, it'll blow up.
So they let out all the AARP. Where does he get this? So he went from the Mac Rips or the big dogs. Now they're letting out old people. What in the fuck is he talking about? Age doesn't fucking matter in there. When it's on, it's on.
Sometimes they'll just fucking program and we'll slowly wait till more and more people come out. Then we'll kick it the fuck off again. Like, there ain't no fucking rules. People don't understand. On these lockdowns, you don't even want to come out. I'll be on lockdown for so damn long. I come out in the day room, and I'm like, fuck this shit. Let me go back in my cell within like 10 minutes because it's just bullshit. Wow. You're just like, what? I'm in another room now? So I came out of that room to come into another room. It's what people don't get. You ain't ready for that shit. I wasn't ready for it. The people who are fucking living it right now aren't even ready for it. They're sick of it. It's the worst fucking existence known to man. You're sitting on lockdown. You want to get out.
It's the worst existence known to man. There's a lot of things worse than being on lockdown in prison and then getting released from your cell and having to go to the day room. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. People really pay for this shit. And not only do they pay to hear this bullshit, but then they get in the comments and they fucking got their pom-poms. And I'm like, do they not hear what the fuck he's saying? I get they weren't in prison, so they don't understand every single thing about this. Damn near is a couple things that I even said, okay, yeah, he got that right. But that's like, yeah, you're going to be on lockdown 6 months to a year. Maybe could be on longer, of course. And what was the other thing he said that I agreed with? But it has nothing. It's anyways.
Family, but yet all these wrecks, all these fools who can't, these baby boys who can't keep their shit under control because they need to use dope to deal with their fucking problems are getting you in trouble. And all you want to do is get out to your family, but you can't. Because Joe dirtbag dope fiend has to get high and he to fucking avoid all his pain, but yet he's blasted and he's super tough. That's what I get so tripped the fuck out about is the definition of hard. So I came out.
Here we go.
To change definitions. I'm out here to change definitions of what's really hard. What's really hard is to truly get your fucking results and not bitch about it.
What?
What's really hard is to not use dope when you feel like it. When you feel like escaping life, don't fucking use dope. Don't fucking drink. so that you actually level
Good.
up. You know how close you were to pulling off your goals before you bitched out? You know how close you were to leveling up and not needing that alcohol, not needing those drugs when you fucking shot up or when you drank? You were this fucking close.
So what is the definition you're changing, McDowell? What is it changing? What did you change in the definition to? Do we have to pay to hear that part? Because you're not saying anything right now.
How do I know? Because I sat in the motherfucking cell and I wanted to use. I wanted to escape that horrible fucking reality. And I was forced not to. And guess what? I grew the fuck out of it.
Okay.
I'm so passionate about this shit because I know what you guys can do. I know what you guys can do. I know what you're capable of.
But-
and fucking running a train on your family's fucking feelings is not what anybody's meant to do in this life. Regardless of the system where you're fucking born or whatever cards you're dealt, you can fucking choose to make your life the best possible. And everybody has the same fucking situation. If we really look at it, you're breathing, you're healthy, and you get to fucking go out and make some motherfucking moves with your motherfucking 24 hours. Let's see what the fuck you can do. Because I said in a post the other.
That's a lot of F-bombs, and he's there. He's into the gibberish mode. We're done. We're done here. Thank you very much. We learned absolutely nothing about California prison riots, what happens prior and during and then after. He said he promised to give us all that, and he didn't give us any of that because he's never been involved in a California prison riot. Thank you very much. Sorry to waste your time. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Everybody, please be safe. Be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. We're definitely going to have to come back and do another Wesley next Wednesday. Maybe we go a little sooner. I don't know. It's up to you guys. You guys let me know. But with that, I'm out.